Number 1. Patrickcrucius. On August 3, 2019, a devastating mass shooting took place at a Walmart store in El Paso, Texas, USA. The perpetrator, a 21-year-old named Patrickcrucius, caused the loss of 23 lives and injured 22 others. It is considered one of the deadliest attacks on Latinos in modern American history. Following his arrest, Crucius was charged with capital murder in connection with the shooting. Prior to the attack, he had posted a manifesto expressing white nationalist and anti-immigrant views. The manifesto drew inspiration from the Christchurch mosque shootings and the far-right conspiracy theory called the Great Replacement. Several minutes before the mass shooting, there was a controversial social media post spreading hatred against immigrants. The content of the post was offensive, and it warns Americans about Hispanic invasion. The police officers had to arrest the suspect within no time as they do not know what he was up to. He could be targeting the next Walmart. As they further investigated, they found out that even though there was a Walmart near the place where he stays, he drove 10 hours and came to this Walmart. On February 8, 2023, Crucius pleaded guilty to 90 federal charges, including murder and hate crimes. The Department of Justice announced they would not pursue the death penalty. As a result, he was sentenced to 90 consecutive life sentences on July 7, 2023. However, he still faces state charges that could potentially lead to the death penalty under Texas jurisdiction, pending his trial and a guilty verdict. When the sentence was read out, he did not show any emotions. Number 2, the McMichael father-son duo and William Bryan.
Count 1, malice murder. We, the jury, find the defendant, Travis McMichael, guilty. I'm going to ask that whoever just made an outburst be removed from the court, please.
What you see right here is the judgment of the court in the case of Ahmaud. Let's look at what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. On February 23, 2020, a 25-year-old African-American man was tragically killed in a racially motivated hate crime while out for a jog in the Satilla Shores neighborhood in Georgia. Mistakenly assumed to be a burglar, 3 white men pursued Arbery in their trucks, using their vehicles to block his path as he tried to escape. Travis McMichael and his father, Gregory McMichael, armed in one vehicle along with their neighbor William Roddy Bryan in another vehicle, were involved in the pursuit. The trio was excited as they thought they were doing something great. As they reached Ahmaud, Travis jumped out of his vehicle with a shotgun. He started assaulting him. Ahmaud was shocked as he didn't know what was happening. He tried defending the punches thrown at him. In the pull and push, Travis shot Ahmaud, killing him on the spot. This case had a high chance to be buried under the ground due to a lack of evidence, but have you heard of something called God's signature? Bryan recorded the whole confrontation and Arbery's murder on his cell phone. This video was the primary evidence. They dug their hole and were put behind bars. The McMichaels were sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, and Travis McMichael was additionally convicted of malice murder. Bryan received a life sentence with the possibility of parole after 30 years. Number 3, Jeremy Christian. On May 26, 2017, Jeremy Joseph Christian committed a horrific act of violence on a rail train in Portland, Oregon. The incident unfolded when Christian directed racist and anti-Muslim slurs at 2 black teenagers, Destiny Mangum and Walia Mohammed. Jeremy stared at them for too long and then approached them. The 6'1" tall man told them to leave his country. When confronted by other passengers, Christian turned violent, fatally stabbing 2 men and injuring another. The victims of this senseless act were Ricky John Best and Taliesin Mearden. Micah David Cole Fletcher, the 3rd victim, survived but sustained serious injuries. Jeremy Joseph Christian, a white supremacist and self-proclaimed white nationalist, was apprehended and charged with murder, attempted murder, and additional crimes. The attack followed a separate hate crime assault he committed the day before. After a jury trial in February 2020, Christian was found guilty on all counts. On June 24, 2020, he received a sentence of 2 life terms without parole, reflecting the severity and heinous nature of his crimes. On number 4, we have Peyton Gendron. The 14th of May 2022 was the unfortunate day when 18-year-old Peyton decided to mass shoot people at Top Supermarket for no reason. People didn't know why Peyton would do something like that. He murdered 10 black people and injured 3 others. The horrifying attack was partially live-streamed on Twitch. However, the live stream was quickly shut down by the service within 2 minutes. Gendron was swiftly apprehended and charged with first-degree murder. During the legal proceedings, he pleaded not guilty on May 19, 2022. On November 28, 2022, Gendron unexpectedly changed his plea and pleaded guilty to all state charges related to the shooting, including murder, domestic terrorism, and hate crimes. The court handed down a sentence of 11 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole on February 15, 2023. It's important to note that federal charges are still pending as of that date. Reports indicate that Gendron authored a manifesto in which he identified as an ethno-nationalist and expressed support for white supremacy. He revealed his motivation to commit acts of political violence and endorsed the far-right Great Replacement conspiracy theory, which promotes the idea of a white genocide. The attack is widely regarded as an act of domestic terrorism and is being investigated as a hate crime rooted in racism. Last, we have Joelle Torres and Kayla Norton. Torres and Norton, two white supremacists, have a history of verbally abusing African Americans by calling them slurs and degrading them. As part of a racist spree orchestrated by the group Respect the Flag, the couple targeted an 8-year-old African American child's birthday party in Douglasville. Arriving in a truck prominently displaying the Confederate flag, they unleashed a barrage of racial slurs towards the attendees and brandished a shotgun, threatening violence and death. The party guests started secretly recording with their phones. The police eventually reached the location and they were not able to control the racist group. They had to form a barricade and protect the party guests. The notorious group drove away in their truck when they realized that they would not be able to do anything after the formation of a police barricade.
Hey, look at this shit. We'll see y'all again. We'll see y'all again.
The case was brought before the Douglas grand jury, and the jury stated that the Respect the Flag group was seen as a street gang. The situation escalated when Torres and Norton pointed that gun at the people and threatened to shoot them for their skin color. These disturbing actions prompted criminal charges not only against the couple involved, but also against various other members of the Respect the Flag group. The legal consequences aim to hold all individuals accountable for their participation in the racially motivated incident and ensure justice is served. They were given a 20-year sentence and were sent to jail.
That is not me. That is not me. That's not him. I would never walk up to you and say those words to you. I'm so sorry that happened.
What these people did is inexcusable. They targeted people based on skin color, and this cannot be ignored. Several people lost their lives for no reason at all. What a shame. Which story do you find the most shocking? Do you know similar stories? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.